What's up, good people? It's your boy Jayfree coming back at you. I know it's been a while since I've been here. Again, changed up with the hair. Just to be honest with you, I've been fighting a couple things, couple demons, dealing with a couple issues out here, and a lot been going on in the process. I've been on the grounds trying to get things accomplished. So my importance for feeling like I needed to be broadcast or be on YouTube or anything. Honestly, I was kind of fighting myself just because I felt like it was pointless because people not really listening and paying attention. But nevertheless, the need to spread these truths to as many people and as far as possible is still yet necessary. And I find that no matter what. It's been a lot of things that have been going on, and there's been a lot of positive things that have been going on. A lot of growth and a lot of change have been happening in the process. But with putting together just the vast number of events that's been going on, most recently, of course, Charleston, South Carolina, and the 9 people that were gunned down in the church. Everybody should be familiar with this topic by now. But the problem is, we watching black people talking about forgiveness. White people talking about it's not racism. It was just one, isolated incident. It's just crazy, blah blah blah. But the reality is, we all have to understand that everything that we deal with, I'm gonna continue to say it, all boils down to racism, white supremacy. I even been talking with some of my people, and we've been talking, and we're gonna try to figure out a different term because maybe people are thrown off by the term racism, white supremacy, just on the fact that the racism, and then once they hit a white supremacy, people automatically think Aryan Brotherhood, Nazi Germany, you know what I'm saying? And not understand that we actually are talking about a system that have been put in place to do and accomplish exactly what it has done to bring us exactly to the point where we are at. So when we talking about this young man that did what he did, shooting up the people in church, no, it's not an isolated incident. These are strategic planned events. From a government perspective, another way to begin to try to inflict and enforce gun control laws so that they can take guns out of the average person's hand so that they can, again, and try to invoke and enforce martial law. But also, you have to remember, especially my black people community, this is what we own, y'all. The same way we've been discussing what's been going on in the community and the things that's been affecting us, the police and so on and so forth, you have to remember, because we're dealing with a psychological system, racism, white supremacy, because the system is psychological, what we're dealing with is, as we've been discussing, there's also been a group of underground white people that have been discussing the same way. But because racism teaches black people to hate themselves and to distrust and to envy and to fight against each other, you know what I mean, but yet praise the white man and look up to them as the savior and as the God, because the system teaches us that. In reverse, it teaches them that they are God and that they are the white man. So therefore, they feel privileged and they feel that they supposed to have whatever is given to them, or whatever they decide that they want, or that they decide that they want to put claim to. They feel like they're supposed to have. And then they feel like we are the ignorant animal niggas that's being portrayed, because this is what the media and other sources continue to put out and portray of us, is that we are these ignorant, no good, nothing niggas. And so with all of this tied together, these group of white people are in the background, the same way we talking about, man, we sick of these police, we sick of these crackers, we sick of this and we sick of that. The same way we doing that, they sitting back and they saying, hey, these niggas is getting ready. They gonna rise up. So what we gonna do is we gotta strike first. And so while everybody is always talking about how they training their children and they preparing their kids and so on and so forth. I'm gonna take you back a few months or so when the young girl shot the instructor in the head with the Uzi or the whatever, at the place. We going back there for a moment just because, like I said, then people was talking about, oh, I can't believe that they let the baby play with the gun. That baby wasn't playing with the gun. They was training. They preparing theirs for war while we sitting back playing. You know what I'm saying? I like some of the pictures that I have on my Facebook, that I snatch off of the computer, should I say, off of the internet. I'm gonna just show y'all one as we talking about that particular topic, because while we sitting back playing, this is what they sitting back doing. They sitting back. If you can see that with a camera, oh, it's off. It's off. It's off. My fault. They sitting back and they preparing, they training their kids. You see what I'm saying? And so while they've been training, you have to remember these are things that they've been plotting and planning for years. You know what I'm saying? While they've been plotting and planning for years, that means you take this little young dude right here, the little Dylan fella, he 21, yeah. But he was probably 6, 7, 8, 5, whatever, when they started brainwashing and teaching him to do what he did. This is why he can sit there for an hour, and even after hearing the word of God and the people plead with him, he still can say, no, I got to do this, man, because y'all trying to take back the country. We know about the raping of women. That's the brainwashing that they teach them to hate us by painting this image of us, because we know that that's not true about us just raping their women, but that's the image they teach. But on top, after they teach them this image of us so that they'll hate us, then they teach them that their mission is this, and this is why they have to do it, because they taking over the country, they taking back the country. And so this is where that fear comes in. But the thing is, things are transitioning and coming back a different direction, because in the spirit realm, the same way the birth of a nation fueled the Caucasian Ku Klux Klan movement, the same way movies like Hidden Colors have sparked something within our community and have begun the process of opening our minds. But it ain't moving at a rapid enough pace. We got to move faster. So I wanted to come back and begin to hit on some of these topics. And so we're going to start talking about this Willie Lynch letter right here. And see, what we're going to get unfolded in this Willie Lynch letter is a lot of people know how he talks about, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to bring fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. He talks about separating us by color, you know what I'm saying, by age, by sex, you know what I'm saying. But, you know, then he gets even deeper, talking about break them up by whether the slaves live in the valley, whether they live on the hill, whether they live in the east, the west, the north, or the south, you know what I'm saying, whether they got fine hair, coarse hair, whether they tall or short, you know. And as he lists these differences, listen to what I said, where they live at, what they look like. You see what I'm saying? And this the same stuff, nonsense, that's still brainwashed and programmed in our minds today. Now, this was 1712. So right now today in 2015, this many years later, we still today be talking about, oh, where you from, cuz? Oh, look at her. She got this kind of hair. He got this. Oh, he got pretty hair. He got good hair. Oh, he tall. He short. He light. He dark. He, you know, dark skin ain't in. Oh, I don't, you know, you got whole girls talking about, oh, I don't mess with dark skinned niggas. I don't mess with light skinned dudes. I don't. You see all of this foolishness, all of this stuff that's been brainwashed from the beginning. And now, as we've been talking about this stuff for so long, people want to talk about conspiracy theory. I can't conspiracy theory the Willie Lynch letter. I ain't make this up. You see what I'm saying? Nor did I make up the time frame. 1712 is significant as well, because now we going back to, we talking about before America was even brought in as a formal country, because we were in the country to 1776, the independence. So we talking about, you know, 60 plus years that they had to implement this plan. This is why people have to understand, this is why we are still yet slaves today, because of this plan that he said he would implement. And when he talked about implementing this plan, he said, listen to what he said. He said that this plan will work for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Thousands. And I know I kind of caught y'all attention by mentioning it, and y'all like, what? But like I say, I'm coming back. We hitting on these topics. I just have to touch the surface. I know I've said it before, but I promise I'll be back probably tomorrow just to let you know, because this thing is serious, and I understand that although I may have a small voice, the things that we talk about are so serious, and we have to get them out there, because you know, each one reach one, teach one. It don't matter if I reach 100 or one. Just hopefully the one person that's listening is getting something from what I'm saying and begin to go back and research. And again, we gonna always hit on Christianity, because I got to come back, because I haven't finished the breakdown. And I heard the brethren out there, Vic Damone, and I apologize for missing yesterday on Sunday when I was supposed to have a debate with the brethren. But I had some things that came up in the personal life. I got 7 children, man. So, you know, sometimes things be out of control, and it wouldn't no Father's Day. Some things happened that were out of my control, and I apologize. It wasn't no running or none of that. But brethren, and everybody that's listening that would pay attention, man, Christianity is bullshit. Please stop following the bullshit. Please don't believe the hype. Like I say, once I begin to dig into this Willie Lynch letter and break down some things and then tie these things and connect them to Christianity and show you the lie, you won't be able to dispute it no more. And I ain't talking no more. Like I say, I'm coming back at you again hard every day as often as I possibly can because the word is truth and the word is real and we got to get out there. It's your boy Jayfree. Holla one.